Hello, everybody. This is Arsh Talks. It's been a long time. I've been making a lot of shorts, so that's great for daily motivation. If you want to stay motivated, you want to check those out, go ahead. But it has been a long time since I made a video. I've been really busy. But without further ado, let's get to the point of the video. So, today I'm going to be talking about how you can become a master at time management. And based on that, I'm going to give you 3 simple and very easy steps for how you can actually achieve that goal in your life. So, number one, it's going to be plan in detail. What do I mean by plan in detail? Well, this is a very simple one actually. Essentially, what you do is instead of just writing down the things you have to do throughout your day to day routine, you actually want to be a lot more specific. You want to say, what is everything I want to do throughout the day? What are the non negotiable things and what are the negotiable things? You write down the non negotiables such as work, school, etc., etc. Then, based on that, you work around the non negotiable, the negotiables, the things that you can actually work around that. So lifting, maybe you could do it after or before. You list down exactly how long you want everything to take, and then based on that, you can adapt and adjust. So say you want your lifting workouts to take an hour. Based on that, you say, okay, if I want my lifting workout to take an hour, I might have to cut a little down on my warm-ups or my cool downs, or I might have to cut down on the rest between my sets. That way you can actually get things done a lot more faster and a lot more efficient. Number 2, one of the most important ones in my opinion at least, it's prioritizing. Now, prioritizing is actually a very important goal that you should have throughout your planning schedule because it actually impacts how your day works and what your focus is and what you get better at. So this is a very simple one too. Let's say, for example, you want to be a world competitor, world-class boxer, world champion, number 1 pro in the world, but you also want to scale and run a really nice business. Now, obviously, you can't be the best at both, so you want to figure out which one you want to prioritize and which one you want to stack on top of the other. Based on that, that's how you format your day. So let's say you have 3 hours of free time. Do you want to spend most of that boxing, or do you want to spend most of that working on your business and scaling that and just spending a minimal time boxing but focusing on all the essentials like pad work, sparring, focusing on defense, some jump rope, conditioning, all that kind of stuff. Number 3, this is a very nice one. If you've ever heard of the celebrity, world famous martial artist actor, his name's Bruce Lee, search him up. Famous quote of his is "Be like water." Now, I never really fully understood this, but it's actually really simple. Water is fluid. If you see a river, it's usually, when it's not flooding at least and when there's no storms, it's usually just flowing across the river. The water just flowing, rippling. That's how you should be throughout your day-to-day life with planning. Yeah, it's basically being fluid, being adaptable, being able to adjust based on your day-to-day routines. So let's say, for example, you have a 9 to 5, but then your boss assigns you a specific extra work you have to do for a project that you have coming up throughout the course of the next few days. So let's say instead of a 9 to 5, now you have 3 extra hours. You're working all the way till 8 p.m. Now you have less hours. And you say, okay, I only have 2 hours left. I don't have 3. Do I want to spend most of that time boxing? Do I want to spend most of it prioritizing my business or reading some books? Then you focus on what your goal is. All right, so I want to be a world-class boxer. All right, cut down on reading and you're working on your business. Focus more on boxing. What are all the essentials I need to do? How long do I want to do each specific movement? It takes time and it can seem very extreme planning everything out because things might not always go according to plan. But more likely than not, when you actually plan something out and when you actually set your mind to it, instead of just writing out a plan for the sake of writing out a plan and feeling like you're doing something when you might not actually be, there's a main big difference there. You can actually become a lot more efficient when you actually think about it, when you actually plan it out in your mind. You meditate on these specific things you want to get done throughout your day-to-day life. So those are the main 3 things I have for you for how you can become a master at time efficiency. Number 1, plan in detail, be very specific. How long do I want everything to take? What order? How am I going to make this take this specific amount of time? What am I going to do to get this done faster? What time do you want to be done by the end of the day? What time of the day do I want to start? How much hours do I want to sleep? Then number 2, prioritize. All right, what are my goals? World-class boxer, is that more of a priority? Or is it to be a business owner? Which one's more of a priority? You cut down on either one and you do more of the other based on whatever your goal is. Number 3, be adaptable, be fluid, be like water, as Bruce Lee once said. Learn to be adaptable and learn when to make cuts on specific things when the circumstances call for, when you don't have that much time to do everything. Learn that there are some times when you can't do everything. You have to make cuts. You have to cut other things out of your daily routine. So as a whole, number one, plan in detail, prioritize, and 3, be adaptable. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.